So as Dave mentioned, Delaney and I are going to take you, I'm mostly going to be talking, but Delaney will pop up with any questions or answers that you have for certain questions. So what I'm going to do is just take you through some of the basic components about the Polyploids website. And hopefully you can see it all here. So I'm just going to do a live demo of this. So right now you can see that we're on the home page. And the home page is effectively, we have our user login site and our Twitter account. You can see all the tweets down here. And then we also have the Polyploids workshop, some information here, some links here. We'll replace that with some nice pictures following the presentations, following the workshop that we had before. And then we have a news section there as well. So wherever you go on the site, you're able to have access to the top navigation bar. And so the About page just has a welcome to the project, some history. You can find what the objectives of the Polyploids project is if you want to look at that. And some information about the planning meeting that led up to this proposal and this funded proposal for tools for Polyploids. If you want to know more about the team who are involved, you can go to each of these and you can see information about them and you can see who they are, their picture. And an important one that you should know is Delaney, because she answers a lot of the questions that you might have regarding the website itself and organization of the workshop, etc. There's the other people of the team. You can see the postdocs and the grad students, and so all this information is in there, and that's kept up to date by Delaney. Now, a change that we have currently in the tools section, all we have right now there is the R packages. And so once the workshop is over, some tools might be moved back into that section. But for now, under the workshop section is where you've got all the information for the tools for this workshop and the links to the current tools moving forward. But we'll see what we're going to put in here after the workshop. We'll have a discussion with the main team. Our news section, Delaney keeps us up to date with information. There's some really nice spotlights on here for the different members of the team. So here's one for Chris, and you can see what he's involved in there. And here, for example, you can see one on golf course industry features an article in the turfgrass research, which is one of the component crops in this project. You can just go down there and take a look at the different, the highlights of the news. Under the workshops, we have obviously the 2021 one, and now we have all the information for the 2022 in there if you want to see that. We had that previously under outreach, where we decided we needed to really move that to the top navigation bar, as that was, where most people were going. Under the outreach section, we have, if you're involved with using some of our branding, you can see the colors we use, you can see the logo that we use, which was developed this year since the last workshop. We also have employment opportunities. If you know of something coming up, you can send it to Delaney and she will post it here. We have any presentations that are done. So for example, the workshops here, presentations are all there, press releases, the date, any publications associated with this project. So you can come here and you can see what publications have been linked to this project in terms of the tools, for example. And then we don't have any on the webinars. And again, we have that same link to the workshops. If you want to find out more information, a lot of you are already members of our mailing list, but if you're not a member of our mailing list, please join. Then you get updates on to do with the project, new tools, for example, new software that's coming out, updates to the software. So you can just go in here and select, add your information in. And then, second to move this. So one of the important feature about the contact part here is that what we have is we have different components to this. So if you've got a question about a various tool, then what we have here is that when you submit your question, it always goes to Dave, I think, and Delaney, and perhaps myself, but it goes to the person who's responsible for answering your question. So the scientist who's involved, who's the respondent for that particular set of tools. So there's various components here you can ask. You can select that, send us your message, and then you will get a response back from the appropriate person in that category. And I think that's pretty much all we have in here for now that you need. Like I said, we'll replace this with some nice pictures like we had the last time. So do you have anything else you want to add, Delaney, that I missed?
I don't think so. I do want to touch on, well, first of all, we are always making changes to the website, moving things around, trying to find the easiest way to display everything. So if you get in the habit of clicking on this link to get here and then we move it and you lose it, you can always email me and I will send the link to you or show you where we moved it. But we're always trying to make everything as easily as accessible as possible. Um, so if you ever lose something or need something, I'm happy to walk you through where I put it. And if you point out that that doesn't make any sense, Delaney, I will put it somewhere else. Another thing I wanted to show, so we have our Twitter account down there, and it's at Polyploid Tools. And we are always posting little updates, especially now with all the changes to this workshop. We were updating as soon as we got information on what we were doing. So you can give us a follow, and for all of the researchers involved, I follow a lot of your department. So if you post something, I'm happy to retweet it, or if you say, hey, I think this would be great on the Polyploids Twitter, just send it over to me, and I'm happy to post it and tag you. If some of y'all are very active on Twitter, I see it. So yeah, I'm happy to post anything that you think would be cool to share. I think we have like 180 followers, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, we also have a YouTube channel. You'll see it in that tweet there. Most recently, we've posted all of our computational support sessions, and yeah, all 3 of them should be up there, so you can always go back and review those. We also have all of the videos from last year's workshop, if you wanted to do a refresh. And then once I go through and edit all of the recorded presentations today, they will also be up on the YouTube channel. So if you just search for Tools for Polyploids, we are the only YouTube channel that talks about polyploid research. So yeah, you can follow along there as well. But yeah, I think that's everything we needed to touch on.